to go. We'll be good to go. It's a seat with your name if you want it.
Hi, everyone. This is a transition, our first Zoom online interview. Of course, I am Echo the Pixie. This is TDK today. Thank you, Brain Fart. And we have Juju McGee here in the back. And on the other screen, we have the wonderful and talented Thea Riley from Australia connecting with us to talk about some things going on in her life. So before we get into, is there anything you'd like to say a little bit about yourself to kind of introduce the audience to you at all, or would you like to just get right into the questions?
Maybe I'm a bit like Shrek because of onions have layers and stuff like that. Yeah, you can start your questions.
I like that. You have many layers. We'll try to see if we can reveal them and peel this onion that is the Shrek that is Thea Riley. First question, just have you been in Australia your whole life, or are you like an Australian native, or did you move there at some point?
If I remember correctly, it was my grandparents on my father's side came from Holland, and there's some Irish deal on my mom's side, but I don't really talk to them anyway. But anyway, we always, me and my siblings grew up in Australia.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've lived in America for about 1 year, which was an amazing year. But yeah, I had to get healthcare, and I couldn't get healthcare in America.
And we need it, so good on you.
Yeah.
So, is that what it all is? I've been looking around. I think I'll have to go down there at some point to get some too.
Yeah, it's I just had to transition, so I had to come back to Australia.
So when did you start getting interested or playing music? Was it like a childhood pursuit or something midlife?
I always tried to write songs, and like we had role models, but we had selected role models because I grew up religious, so that I would like be watching children's entertainers that were approved by like the church, and I would still love the songwriting and like the songs that they would sing on these programs. But yeah, I remember one kid's entertainer, Colin Buchanan. He had a guitar, and I don't know, anytime I've had a guitar in my life, it's been great. But the first time, I was about like 16, and I think that's when I started like really relaxing enough to be like, okay, I think I might be a songwriter. But my mum taught me piano since I was 6, so I remember writing songs on that too. But genuinely, it was inspired by like whatever we were allowed to watch in our house. So it was like kids entertainers and whatever was on television. Yeah, Christian contemporary music, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Is that the kind of style, I guess, you kind of started playing at first, and you kind of moved into another style as you continue to play?
Yeah, that's very accurate. And that was like 15 years ago now.
Love to hear some like like excerpts from like young Thea Christian rock kind of. I don't know. I just feel like there isn't a lot of really cool Christian rock singers, and you seem really cool, so that'd be nice. I'm just teasing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
We evolve as musicians, right? I've been playing since I was a teen too, and I've been in a little bit of everything from like punk and like classic rock to like some kind of far out there metal or psych stuff. So you kind of evolve, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You used to get some role models with the Christian rock. Was that like essentially all the inspirations you had, and like you have a new album coming out. Did this new album particularly have any like stories behind it or any inspirations that I guess would contrast to some of your original ones?
The next album is coming out January next year, and there is specific songs on it where I was like thinking, I'm still inspired by contemporary Christian music. Not that I listen to anything new, but it's just still so much in my head. I don't know how to not have a head full of music. But yeah, Rebecca St. James, I don't know if you know her, but she is huge as a role model for like Christian girls. And so I guess she was my main role model. And then who else was there? Good. No, I think that was it. I just liked her. And then I would listen to like other people, but she was really like I could see myself growing up and being like a little bit like her. So yeah. And she kind of looked weirdly like a little bit similar to me as well. Yeah. It's a bit trippy looking back.
I know I kind of try to see myself in some older like role models like that now that I necessarily didn't see myself in before, but now I kind of do, and I'm just like, I wonder if that's why I liked them like this whole time or something. It leads to like these like, I wonder if that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting what your brain will do to like keep you going towards your like goals, and you don't even know it.
You know before you knew, kind of a feeling, kind of a thing. It's like, there's like a backwards explanation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I was gonna ask, have you decided on a name for the new album, or are you still working out what name you're gonna do for it?
So the album that just came out
Yes.
is like the precursor to it, and that's called The Last Regards of Tim Hilbert's, because I was a bit obsessed with death. And I don't know if you can relate to this being trans, but like you kind of want to like socially die so you can like start your new life
in your new identity.
And yeah, I just remember having those moments. So it's called like The Last Regards of Tim Hilbert's, with like a, as dark as I felt comfortable going, photo shoot. And then the album after that's coming out January. It's called Be a While. Also because of trans experience. And just like I spent 5 years being a crazy person, trying to train my voice to sound a certain kind of way, and remember every like music mentor I had, especially when it comes to like production, because I have to be like self-sufficient. And when I transitioned, I basically took a long time off music, and so I just thought I would call it Be a While to represent like the slow but sure like journey of my life back to music, because it is a different sound than the prequel album, The Last Regards of Tim Hilbert's. It's a new album called Be a While. And yeah, that's the first like actual music I've made in the last like 3 years. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we've definitely loved everything that you sent over to us, and we've put it out on a few of our shows. We really
every show, I think, is that you mean to say?
Yeah, every show, a few of our shows. It's been
That's so good.
We have a slowly building Riley, but right now it's definitely a whole lot of Thea Riley music on our broadcast, and we love using it. So
that makes me so happy.
oh, great.
You mentioned that one of my questions, but it kind of already got answered, is did you pursue music and then transition, or did you transition then pursue music? But from what it sounds like, you were pursuing music and you had this one kind of career going, and then in transitioning, there seems to be like a gap. And I think that that's common, in my opinion, for me and other trans people I've met. So it's like has other than the gap, what else do you think maybe has your transition influenced your work in any ways that you think might stand out to you?
Yeah, it was more as I had some singing lessons in like 2018, and like it's 3 years later now. So hopefully they've done the trick. But yeah, I can do things I never expected to do, and like that's pretty crazy to me. But like it's only because of regular practice, it's like you just gotta literally keep your eyes on the goal and never look away, and do it for about 10, 15 years, and then and you're all good. You're good to go. And then
That's another song.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one quite a bit. That's fantastic.
I wrote "Good to Go" too. I was like, oh, we have to do all this stuff again. Can we just be good to go, please? It's frustration,
So I don't necessarily know what it's like in Australia, but I was wondering if you had any thoughts or opinions in regards to like the trans community and your experience interacting with the trans community as you transitioned.
I was 24 when I transitioned, and I'm about to turn 29. So yeah, there was a small group I used to go to, and I used to have a few friends. I guess I wanna like paint people in good lights, because like the queer community and the LGBTQ community, especially online, is really strengthened because of like the pandemic and we can't see each other. Kind of seeing other trans girls coming slowly back to music as they transition and like train their voice and stuff. And so like I don't know, it's really good to like support each other in that stuff, and I like try and be as encouraging as I can, especially if I see other trans girls working towards music. Like we weren't really allowed to do that, I don't feel, as trans women. So like it starts with like 1 or 2 trans girls stepping up and saying, I can do this, and then it's like hopefully everybody just like helps each other. I want trans girls to be musicians and athletes and live their full potential. So like, yeah, community is super duper important, and screw the pandemic, because yeah, I miss it.
Amen. I think we're all ready for it to be done for sure, and we should just be able to go out there and do our things as ourselves,
Once it is over, I think we should have like a super trans like rock concert somewhere in the world, just like just a huge party of the best people, and that'd be great.
That's what I want. That's my dream. That's my dream with music, is to like have a whole entourage of just like trans musicians going on tour. Yeah, that would be beautiful.
Yeah, if that happens, we'll definitely try to like tag along and interview everybody. So like I said, let me know if that starts being a thing. We'll try to let people know too.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me 5 years.
Write that down, Gigi. I don't remember.
Write that down.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's a extra pressure on you because you're trans and more of like a public figure than if you were, let's say, like a cis singer that's woman that would still get pressure for being a woman, but like, do you feel like a weight of representing a community?
I do, but I try not to think about it. And I know this is the thing. Angelica Ross, do you know Angelica Ross from Pose? Yeah, I loved her singing voice. She's one of the girls that inspired me to retrain and like get back into it. And I know there's more than that. Kim Petras, but I don't think she went through her first puberty, so she didn't really retrain her voice. But she still inspires me, to be that like star power, and get up on stage. But yeah, Angelica Ross, I love her so much. She's like, yeah, she's the one. Just like hearing her like heart and soul when she was singing, I like would watch myself back because I'd record myself to know like my progress and where I was at. And I don't know, sometimes it was so technical I couldn't hear any emotion in my voice, and then it's like people tell you just to wait and it'll come good, and they were right, but it's really difficult to just keep waiting, but having people like Angelica Ross and Trace Lissette too, her voice is beautiful. Oh, so much good inspiration.
I hear your voice and I find it inspiring personally. So I think that, just the way you have your inspirations, you yourself are an inspiration for others. And it's kind of like this reaching out the community has to continually keep reaching out to help other people, keep reaching out to other people. And that's a big reason why I like interviewing public figures in the trans community and people who try to make themselves be known and be public, because that's really important. And so I just want to say thank you, I guess. So what would be the best way for new fans to find you and get a hold of you and reach out to you?
I would say Instagram is probably the best bet, which is Thea Riley Music.
Instagram?
And my social media handles are the same everywhere. Same with Twitter and Facebook. And YouTube is Thea Riley, and SoundCloud is Thea Riley.
Perfect. Yeah. And we'll put up a graphic just so everyone can see how your name is spelled. And I like the conciseness for all your handles. That's good.
Yeah, I had to.
Is there anything that you wanted to talk about on the program that we maybe haven't covered yet so far, or anything you want to say about you and your art? Or
I mean, I guess I would say I'm working like a long time ahead of schedule, so like stay tuned, because it's gonna be a while.
If you could give your younger self one bit of advice, what would it be?
Take singing lessons a lot sooner. Just I would just say, like, get high and relax, because you'll figure out that you can actually do things better when you're not hella anxious.
Good advice. I like all that.
Yep.
Really great.
It's coming to me as I think.
Oh, that's really good. You'll be a while, but you'll get there.
So, thank you so much for talking with us. It is so fun to talk with you and get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
You have a song you're going to be performing for us, I hear. So
Yeah.
we're going to cut this call and we're going to call you back to do that song.
It should be probably the same link, but we'll send you one just in case it changes. So we'll hop off and see you in just a minute.
Beautiful. See you soon.
Okay, bye.
Hey everyone, my name is Thea Riley. You're watching Transmission, and I'm going to play a song called Always a Chance. And it's a joyful goodbye and a wish for justice at the same time. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
attention. Give you too much, you take it all. I would get left sure alone. We are finished, patience gone. There's always a chance for you, but it won't be mine. Too many letdowns, I don't have anything left. You find this a place for you if you won't be kind. So ready waiting, come get a taste of what it's like. Never chosen, defeated. You are. I won't tear you out. I need rest. Fake it, you play oh so well. I'll play backwards and walk away. So it's a chance for you, but you won't be mine. No many letdowns, I don't have anything left. You'll find this a place for you if you won't be kind. Too many waiting, come get a taste of what it's like. There's always a chance for you, but it won't be mine. Too many letdowns. I don't have anything left, so there's a place for you if you won't be kind. It's already waiting. Get a taste of what it's like. Hope you enjoyed that. It felt good to sing.